Hello everybody, welcome back to part 13 of Border Corner. Bit of a different start to the video today. I've been sat out in the garden having a coffee, reading Cajun Aviary magazine, and I thought what a great way to start off for a change. So it's going to be a quicker video this week. I know I've looked back on the last few and I've said that at the start of every one. I've still managed to film for 20 minutes. So I'm quite sure this one will be a bit shorter. So I'm making a bit of an effort to bring them down a little bit. Please like and subscribe. If you're watching, I've looked at the stats and there are significantly more people watching the videos than there are subscribers. So go on, do us a favour. Doesn't cost you anything. Click on that subscribe button. Give us a like. Maybe set notifications on so you get told as soon as a new video is coming out. In today's video, we'll catch up with the hen and those eggs. I'm sure you've probably all guessed. I sent out a little teaser last night. I'm sure you all guessed what the result is. So hang around to the end of the video and we'll have a look at those. And then I'll bring you up to date with the other things that's going on in the bird room, and show you the next lot of eggs that hopefully I've got some full eggs and I can have a chat about those as well. So anyway, let's get into the bird room and I'll give you an update and show you what's going on. So, as you can see, this is an attempted mating from the green cock, and he clearly didn't get a good connection with the hen. So this one has failed. So I shall have to have another go in a little while. I've been trying this pairing, these two together. I take him out all the time. Most of my cocks are housed separately from the hens now. And I have been putting the cock bird in with the hen probably once every hour, I guess, maybe even slightly more frequently than that, just to try and, I want to get as many opportunities of him mating as possible. And I was given some advice about cockbird behaviour, and if you house the border cock separately, this is what I've been told, if you house the border cock separately, you might find that when they go in with the hen that they are more inclined to treader. So this is what I've been attempting to do now. So all of the cocks, as I say, all the cocks are separate, and I introduce him to the hen once every hour or so. It might be a bit more frequently than that. Most of the time I've had a good connection, but that one, as I've just said, wasn't very good. So we'll give that a whirl again in a little while. Okay, so we're going to have another go with this pairing and see if we get any joy. So I'm just putting the cockbird in now. Here he comes, and she's down straight away. And there we get a good tread. Now, I believe that behaviour from the cockbird is signifying a successful tread. So I'm not going to say it, but he's done that quite a few times now. As I say, I've had him going in and out a lot over the last week or so. So let's keep our fingers crossed now. I've said it. Let's keep our fingers crossed that he's filled some eggs for us. I've got two yellow feathered hens in the bird room. You remember that I had the buff cock that was a bit of a surprise that I bought in as a hen, and he turned out to be a cock bird. This is him just picking up some scraps on the floor, some bits and pieces. I've got him in. I've just mentioned that most of my cocks I've kept separate. The reason that I've got these two in as a pair is that this is a first year breeding hen. She's already laid about 10 eggs. I've put nest pans in, and she's just laid eggs on the floor, in the grit pot, anywhere but in the nest. So what I've tried to do this time is I've put the yellow cock in with her and left him in all the time. I don't know whether this will work, but what I'm trying to do is by having the cockbird in there all the time, I'm hoping that might actually drive the hen to behave properly. Now, it's already progressed for me because she's now actually building a nest. This is the first time she's done this. Up till now, all it's been is a scraping out, as I say, out the sawdust or in the grip pot. So this is progress. Obviously, it doesn't mean anything unless he makes it and the eggs are full, but I'm definitely seeing a different behaviour in this hen. So that's a positive. And I know that the cockbird is fertile because I've got this hen, if you remember a lot from last week. This is the other yellow hen that I've got in the bird room, variegated hen. And she's beautiful colouring. I really like this hen. And she's sitting on those 4 eggs, and I've candled them today, just before filming, and they are all very dark. So I'm very hopeful that all 4 of those are full. They're due to hatch tomorrow. So we'll wait and see if we get any joy with them. Another little hen that I've got here, you remember this one, she's been in previous videos. She won't take a nest pan on the floor now, she won't take a nest pan in a ring. She's tried to nest in the grip pot. She's been a bit of a nightmare. This was the one that ripped up all the newspaper, if you remember. What I've actually done is I've got another nest pan that I've balanced on top of a 5 nest pan, and that she's decided to nest in and take to. So I just want to say at this point a big shout out to Shane Evans at Direct Bird Products, because stupidly I dropped, when I was cleaning them, I dropped 4 of my terracotta nest pans and they all smashed. And it's quite tricky to get new ones at this time of year. Shane was a bit reluctant to send me any terracotta ones in case they broke in the post, so he sent me these terracotta coloured plastic ones, and they're just a job. So massive thanks to Shane for coming to my rescue there. So you might have seen on that previous shot of the yellow hen that's just starting to build, she was in one of these nests as well. So yeah, thanks Shane, really appreciate it. I've got 2 more hens sitting on eggs. This hen is the 3 parts dark hen, and I've paired her to the variegated yellow cockbird that I'd previously paired with the variegated white hen. Now the reason for this is I now know that he is filling eggs, as he filled before from the white hen. So I know that he's a good cockbird. So I paired him with this hen to see if we can get any joy out of this pairing. So that's that one. She's done her 4th today, and I've got another self-green hen up here. Now this hen has been paired with the clear white cock, who's having a snooze. We just missed him singing. Actually, he was singing really strongly a little while ago, so he's just stopped. So and I've split them up now. She's laid her 4th egg this morning, so I'll set them probably tomorrow. If she lays a 5th, or even if she doesn't, I'll set them anyway. So she's been off and on the nest quite a lot actually, this hen. So it's probably a good idea to have that extra day anyway. So have a look at the allied line. This is the blue hen. She's sitting on 5 eggs. I'm not 100% convinced that these are going to be fertile, even though she was paired with that same variegated cockbird. For the same reason, I knew that he was filling eggs, so that's why I put this pair together. And I've seen him feeding her on lots of occasions, but I didn't actually see him tread her. So I've got a feeling that the 5 eggs that she's sitting on might all be clear. So if they are, what I'll probably do, I've got to let my other 2 hens that I've just shown you, I've got to let them sit for their full 10 days anyway. So what I'll do is, if this blue hen's eggs are clear, and either of the other 2 green hens have got full eggs, then I'll probably swap them over. So this blue hen, I might as well let this blue hen try and incubate them, and then go for another round out of the green hens. So while we're talking about the allied line, of course, that brings us on to my white variegated hen. A bit of a pain, actually. As you remember, I was given on loan a really nice yellow cockbird, and I tried to get them together. All they did was fight. I mean, quite really nasty. He was holding her down on the floor and pulling feathers and all sorts, and she was actually left quite bedraggled. So she actually laid 5 eggs, but I think he bullied her. And she never sat on them. As soon as she laid the fifth, she laid the 5th egg, and she went to the nest and sat for half an hour or an hour, and then she was off again. And I didn't have any other birds. I don't know whether he trod her or not, but I had no other birds in the room that I could put the eggs under. So unfortunately, that nest had gone for a Burton. So I've since tried putting the cockbird back with her again, and it's nasty. So for some reason, the compatibility is not good with them. So what I've done is I've bought the same variegated yellow cockbird. Hang on a minute, let's get him in focus. There we go. Same variegated yellow cockbird, I bought him back to go with her again. So she's just started picking up again this morning. So I guess it'll only be a day or two, and maybe I'll be able to pair these two together. So we'll have a little look at our family of Fifes. 4 chicks, doing well. There's one little one, this one at the back here. Don't know if you can see. He's a bit ropey. He's not been anywhere near as good as the others. He always seems to be a little bit behind the others when it comes to feeding and so on. And he's had his feathers plucked quite badly. So even though I put a nest in for the hen, I put the nest in at the other end of the cage. And sorry, I'm not doing very well today. She started to build a nest, but she wasn't really interested in using jute and other nesting materials. All she really wanted to do was pluck the feathers of the Fife. So unfortunately, I've got this little one who's got a very bare chest and neck. But other than that, he's eating okay. So I think I might be splitting them up from the parents in the next day or two. I've witnessed quite a lot of eating now from the youngsters. I've actually seen a fight from one of the chicks taking on the father this morning because it wanted to get to the food while the cock was still eating. So that was quite interesting. So I think that they're probably pretty much ready now. She's laid her 2nd egg this morning. So again, what I'm thinking I'm going to do this time is, as I've got 2 nests with eggs in from hens that I'm hoping will be fertile. What I'll do is I'll slide some of those under her as well. So I'd be interested in people's advice. Actually, the little Fife is in a small nest, which is suitable for a Fife. And I'm thinking if I put 4 border eggs under her, how is she going to get on with those chicks in that small nest? Is it okay to leave her in that small nest until the eggs hatch, until I know what I've got, and then once they get to a certain age, can I swap the nest out? Drop us some comments and let me know what you think I should do, because this will be a first for me, something I've not done before, so I'd be interested to hear what you guys say. So here we are. Here's the hen. This is the bit you've all been waiting for. Did she or didn't she? Well, I guess you've probably all guessed she did. She hatched 4 youngsters last week, hatched out on Saturday morning. They've been okay. I've watched her feeding them all week. So here's a little glimpse of them in the nest. There we go, and I'll just keep giving them the egg food as you always do with youngsters, and hopefully one of these is going to be white. Knowing my luck, they'll all be yellow or variegated, but I'll be pleased just the same anyway. Well, that's it for this week, folks. I hope you've enjoyed the video, the shorter, more concise, more condensed version. I haven't got any long, boring diatribes to give you this week, so we've got a much quicker content. So do give us your thoughts on those fiefs and the borders and what I should do with fostering them out. I'd be interested to know what you all think and what you do if you do use feeders yourself. So, but in the meantime, I hope you're all getting on well. I've heard quite a few stories. I'm not the only one who's had problems this year. I've heard quite a lot of stories about people really experienced fancies that are struggling with numbers this year. So just keep on going. We all love our borders. Let's keep on going, and I'm sure you're all doing better than me. Anyway, like and subscribe if you can. Like I said at the start, it'd be brilliant if I could get a few more subscribers. I'm at 420 this morning. So don't forget, there's still that when I get to 500. Shane at Direct Bird Products has kindly agreed to give me a voucher that you can do. I can put out of a draw. So whoever, whenever we get to 500, I'll do a draw for all UK-based subscribers, and you can win yourself some money to spend at Direct Bird Products. So get on that subscribe button and keep on birding, and I'll see you in the next one.